What's going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel, and if you guys are new, welcome. Y'all are blowing up all the socials, absolutely crazy, and can't thank y'all enough. Now, first off, before we get into the video, here for some nice ARC 3.0 weapon synergy, doing a little giveaway for that 144 Hz monitor that you can see right here from Pixio. Doing it with Vast GG, wonderful company to work with. This monitor is absolutely insane with that 144 hertz as well as that 1 millisecond refresh rate. It is crazy, so make sure to hit that link down below to get into this giveaway. Now, as I said before, we're going to be going over some weapons that I think are going to pair very well with ARC 3.0 that we got coming next season. We got 6 energy, 6 heavy, and then 6 legendary weapons that I want to mention. Everybody has the chance to grab these, so hopefully y'all can get them before next season or early next season if you don't already have them. So first off, for our energy weapons, we have the Risk Runner right here, which is probably on everybody's lists. Very good pairing with arc already, and probably going to get even better. When you take arc damage, this weapon becomes more powerful and resistant of incoming arc damage. Kills extend the time of this overcharged state, so you just start absolutely annihilating everything in your path with this chaining arc damage on this SMG. Next off, we have the Trinity Ghoul, which is very similar to how it works with the Risk Runner, but instead of having to take damage, you get a defeat with this weapon, and that'll proc Lightning Rod, and then after that, it shoots a bolt of 3 arrows that are charged with lightning, and that'll chain. Very, very easy to wipe ads with this, so I think this is going to be very, very effective for ad clear with that ARC 3.0. Next on my list, I'm throwing Cold Heart on there actually for its fusion perk at the bottom here. This weapon shoots a steady cold fusion powered arc laser, dealing more damage the longer it remains on the target. So I think this one has some good potential to pair with some trace rifle builds and some high DPS with this trace rifle here inside of Cold Heart. Next on our list, we got Cloud Strike. Very good in PvP with that AoE damage after getting a headshot, and can be very good for damage inside the PvE realm. So I'm throwing it on the list for that potential next season for DPS, as well as that potential with ad clear, maybe chaining lightning with arc weapon defeats, something with aspects and fragments that we're going to get with ARC 3.0. So very excited to see this Cloud Strike and that synergy potential that it could have next season in season 18. Right here is our 5th option for our arc. Now, I know it says void here, but we have the perk fundamentals where we can switch between solar, arc, and void. I am a big fan of the Dead Messenger grenade launcher here because it's that wave frame, shoots out that tri-beam of energy on the ground, and then once we switch to arc, I think this has a very good potential for ad clear, damage, and then just synergy in general with ARC 3.0 next season. Last but not least, for our energy weapon exotics right here, we're going with the Trespasser Sidearm. That Unrepentant, when you get those defeats and it has that charged up super burst, is super damage effective right now, so I can only imagine in the future here it's about to get even better. So super excited to see what the sidearm can do with those ARC 3.0 changes, and like I said, that Unrepentant perk is very powerful already. First on our list of heavies, we have the exotic shotgun, the Legend of Acreus. Now, this is getting some buffs, so I think it's going to be super gnarly next season for some damage. As you can see, it fires that high damage arc energy that over penetrates enemies, and for a heavy, the shotgun does do a good amount of damage. Next off, we got the Darcy Sniper Rifle. This is in my honorable mention spot, if you will, or my 6th slot, but I think with it being ARC is going to be very interesting, and we'll see how this plays into the meta. Hopefully we can get some nice sniper mods next season where this could take a little action, but I'm just throwing it on there because I really enjoy the Darcy and think it is a very fun ARC exotic sniper. Back to the DPS and ad clear potential, we have the Wardcliff coil here, which fires that volley of arc rockets, doing some crazy DPS with this weapon. Super excited to see what kind of things we can do and pair with this weapon next season for ARC 3.0. So the Thunderlord right here is our exotic that is getting a little change to it with some champion potential in Overload. This is going to be very fun to use next season with chaining those defeats, generating lightning strikes, kind of similar to Cloud Strike, but in that machine gun form. So excited to see what kind of builds and potential this has next season with the changes coming for ARC, as well with just inside of the weapon in general with those champion stunning potential. Next off, hopefully the Anarchy comes back. This thing is very, very good with high DPS, so hopefully we have something along the lines that helps this out in our aspects and fragments for ARC 3.0, or even mods on our artifact. I think that Anarchy is still very good right now, so next season with that ARC 3.0 potential, this is going to be on top, hopefully again, for that DPS. Miss using this in the PvE realm. Last but not least, I'm throwing the Grand Overture on here for ARC weapons. I very much enjoy using this with the heavy slug launcher that charges up, and then you have that full auto that just rips shots. I know we get defeated by this with the Cabal holding it and those Colossus, so definitely a fun weapon to use for ARC and then in the heavy slot alone. So I think next season it's going to be a fun pairing with ARC 3.0. First up for our legendary weapons, we have the Insidious Pulse Rifle from the Vow of the Disciple raid. Aggressive burst, so it hits pretty hard, and I think with the enhanced perks that you can craft on this weapon, Dragonfly as well, it's just going to be an interesting combination to have for a Pulse Rifle for that ARC synergy. You know I gotta throw this bad boy on there, the Ikelos SMG, Arc Burn on this, and then you have the Seraph rounds over here that have the potential to create War Mine cells for us. This thing is by far my favorite SMG. I have like almost 30,000 defeats on mine, so definitely on the top of my list for ARC legendary weapons to take into next season. Another craftable weapon that we have is the Sweet Sorrow Auto Rifle. I think this, again, with those enhanced perks that we can craft on it and the auto rifles that we have, this is going to be very, very good with the ARC synergy next season with ARC 3.0. So if you haven't, make sure to try and get those crafted so you can start leveling them up for next season. Easy auto rifle to use in both PvP and PvE. Right here we have the Fusion Rifle Plug 1. Hopefully y'all have one. It was last week's Nightfall weapon. Has a very good combination of perks with Feeding Frenzy Reservoir Burst and Feeding Frenzy Adrenaline Junkie. So I think that this one right here, the Plug 1 in the Adept and Normal version, is going to be a super good ad clear arc fusion rifle for us. Very, very interested to see how this plays out. For our heavies, we have the Hothead Rocket, Normal, and Adept with that Arc Burn. We have Clown Cartridge, Vorpal, Lasting Impression. I think that this is a very, very good rocket in general, especially with that Arc Burn and Arc Synergy that we're going to get next season. Last but not least, we have the Storm Chaser Linear Fusion from Duality Dungeon. Fires that 3-round burst that is just DPS king, and then I think it's going to be even better next season with that Arc combination with Arc 3.0. Having that firing line Vorpal on this is super nice, so definitely for heavies and linear fusions, this is going to be a great legendary to have for DPS in that PvE realm. So that was it for these weapons. There was 6 for each our energy exotics, power exotics, as well as 6 legendaries. So hopefully y'all get into that and have some of these for next season. Gonna be super fun to see the changes with Arc 3.0. So thank you guys again for that support and watching lately. Been absolutely insane. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.